after allowing their son, who was only 1 year old at the time, to climb up the stairs with his shoelaces hanging loose. Joe and Kendra Duggar received criticism. The young couple realized that they had forgotten to tie Garrett David's shoelaces while they were out enjoying a day in the park with their newborn daughter and their newborn son. The couple, Joseph, 25, and Kendra, 21, shared a charming photo slideshow of their day spent basking in the sun. There was a video that was uploaded by the family that showed Garrett David climbing the stairs with his shoelaces undone. Despite the fact that many people commented on how adorable their children were, some were quick to criticize the insignificant aspect. One individual remarked, "What a sweet and adorable family. However, make sure to tie the shoelaces of the young boy before he trips over them." At the same time, another individual brought up the fact that they needed to bind them before he fell. Others were quick to point out that it was better to be safe than sorry and that they weren't being very wise by allowing Garrett David to run around with his shoelaces undone. They also pointed out that it was better to be safe than sorry. It was even asserted by a fan with keen eyes that his footwear was not properly fitted to his feet. Indeed, this is not the first time that the young couple has been subjected to criticism. Fans were quick to assert that Joe had turned his wife into a baby machine by causing her to become pregnant with their second kid before their son had even reached the anniversary of his first birthday. However, Kendra hails from a family that is very similar to Joe's, which makes their rapid childbearing totally natural. This is the case despite the fact that Kendra is already a married and mother of 2 children at the age of 21. In the world of parenting, there are few things more sacred than the responsibility of keeping your child safe. Parents often find themselves in the unenviable position of being scrutinized for their decisions, from the food they choose to feed their child to the clothes they put on them. The ever-watchful eyes of the public and social media create a daunting pressure, especially when one is in the limelight. For Joe and Kendra Duggar, members of the infamous Duggar family made famous by their show 19 Kids and Counting, this pressure has come in the form of controversy surrounding their parenting choices. Recently, the couple found themselves the subject of intense backlash when a seemingly small but potentially dangerous moment was shared on social media. The controversy centers around an incident where Joe and Kendra's toddler son was seen walking up a set of stairs with his shoelaces untied. In the video, the little boy, full of energy and curiosity, appears to be happily climbing the stairs, but his untied shoes pose a visible hazard. What might seem like an innocuous and relatable moment for most parents quickly escalated into a public spectacle. Critics across the internet immediately took to social media platforms to voice their concern, with many questioning how such a simple but potentially dangerous oversight could happen, especially for a family that has been in the public eye for years. At first glance, this moment may seem trivial. Many parents know how easily a child's shoes can come undone, especially when they're busy running around or exploring their environment. However, what triggered the outrage wasn't just the untied shoes, it was the fact that Joe and Kendra, as public figures, chose to share a moment where they appeared to neglect their child's safety. As much as the world loves to watch the Duggar family's antics, they also hold them to a higher standard because of their position in the public eye. It's not just about being a parent, it's about being a responsible, cautious, and ever-watchful caregiver. The criticism didn't take long to surface. On various social media platforms, commentators expressed their concerns about the potential for accidents. "This could have been a disaster waiting to happen," one user wrote. "A child that age shouldn't be allowed to walk up steps with untied shoes. It's a basic safety issue." Others were less forgiving, accusing Joe and Kendra of being irresponsible and negligent. "I'm sure they've been taught how to tie shoes," another person commented. "Why let him walk around like this? It's a safety hazard and they should know better." For many, the concern wasn't just about the specific incident, it was about the potential risks involved. Untied shoelaces are a well-known safety hazard for children, especially when they are running, walking, or climbing. Shoes that aren't properly secured can easily trip a child, leading to falls that could result in injuries ranging from minor bruises to more serious harm, like broken bones or head injuries. Even a seemingly minor slip on the stairs could have serious consequences, particularly for a toddler who is still mastering balance and coordination. However, the backlash was not entirely one-sided. Many fans of the Duggar family defended the parents, citing that accidents are a part of life and that no one is perfect. They pointed out that every parent has moments where their child's shoelaces come undone, and that such incidents happen all the time. "You can't catch everything," one supporter remarked. "Kids are constantly on the move, and sometimes shoes just come untied. It's not like they were ignoring him completely." Others also stressed that the couple was not intentionally putting their son in harm's way and that, in the grand scheme of things, this moment shouldn't overshadow the many positive aspects of their parenting. Despite these defenses, the controversy raised important questions about the standards that the Duggar family is held to. Joe and Kendra, like their family members, are public figures, and in today's social media-driven world, their every move is subject to public scrutiny. For better or for worse, this level of visibility can mean that even the smallest mistakes are magnified and turned into major talking points. This level of exposure is something the Duggars have learned to navigate over the years, but it also puts them in a position where the public feels entitled to voice their opinions on even the most mundane aspects of their lives. The untied shoelace incident also sparked a broader conversation about the expectations placed on parents, particularly those in the public eye. Parenting, as we know, is a difficult and often messy process. Every parent has their own approach to raising their children, and those methods don't always align with the opinions of others. Some parents prefer a more hands-off approach, allowing their children to explore and learn from their mistakes, while others are hypervigilant, ensuring that every potential hazard is eliminated. Neither approach is inherently right or wrong. It all depends on personal preference and parenting style. However, when a parent's decisions are played out on a public stage, the situation becomes more complicated. The Duggars have been under the microscope for years, with every decision they make regarding their children becoming fodder for online discussion. In this case, Joe and Kendra's choice to share the video of their son walking up the stairs with untied shoes was met with criticism because it was seen as a moment of parental oversight. But this brings up an important question. How much responsibility should the public take in their judgment of others' parenting? In the world of social media, there is a constant tension between what is considered normal and what is seen as a parenting failure. Parents who share moments of vulnerability, like a child's messy room or a forgotten task, often find themselves subjected to harsh critiques. The Duggar family, given their high profile and deeply held religious beliefs, has long been the subject of intense public scrutiny. Some of this scrutiny is deserved, but the question arises, at what point do we as a society begin to expect perfection from others, especially when it comes to parenting? The untied shoelaces incident is a small moment in the larger picture of the Duggar family's life, but it speaks to a broader cultural phenomenon of judgment and expectation. For parents like Joe and Kendra, every move is watched, every decision analyzed, and every misstep criticized. The backlash they received, while it may have been overblown, reflects the broader societal pressures faced by modern parents, especially those in the spotlight. In addition to the public backlash, there's also a significant discussion about safety concerns. The incident with the untied shoelaces serves as a reminder of how easily accidents can happen, even in seemingly harmless situations. For many parents, ensuring their child's safety involves not only preventing obvious dangers like electrical outlets or busy streets, but also addressing the smaller, everyday risks that can easily go unnoticed. Shoelaces may seem like a trivial concern, but they are a simple example of how everyday objects can become safety hazards if not properly managed. For Joe and Kendra, the criticism surrounding their child's untied shoelaces likely isn't the first time they've faced backlash. Throughout their time in the public eye, they've been the subjects of numerous controversies, ranging from their views on family life to their strict religious beliefs. However, this incident serves as a reminder that sometimes even the most well-meaning parents can make small mistakes that have unintended consequences. The fact that this moment was shared so publicly only heightened the scrutiny and made it a focal point for those eager to criticize. The incident also highlights the challenges of navigating public life as a parent. The Duggars, like many other famous families, have had to adapt to the intense pressures of living under a constant microscope. While social media has allowed them to share their lives with their fans, it also leaves them vulnerable to public judgment. The scrutiny that comes with being a public figure has its costs, especially when it comes to something as simple as a child's untied shoes. In the end, Joe and Kendra Duggar's experience with the untied shoelaces incident is a reflection of the complex and often contradictory nature of parenting in the public eye. It serves as a reminder that even the smallest of moments can have significant consequences when viewed through the lens of social media. Whether you agree with the criticism or not, the incident highlights the fine line that public figures must walk between sharing their lives and protecting their children from unwanted scrutiny. Parenting is challenging enough without the added pressure of being watched by millions of people. For Joe and Kendra and countless other parents, the moment their child's shoelaces came undone may have been an innocent and unremarkable one. But in the world of social media, it became a topic of widespread debate. It serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of living in a world where every detail of your life can be turned into a spectacle. As for the Duggars, it remains to be seen how they will navigate the fallout from this latest controversy. Will they address the issue directly, or will they continue to face the judgment of an increasingly critical public? One thing is certain. In the world of parenting, there's no such thing as a perfect solution, and every decision, no matter how small, can be subject to intense scrutiny. In the end, the untied shoelaces incident reminds us all of the challenges of raising children in the public eye and the complexities of balancing personal decisions with public expectations. Whether or not the criticism was warranted, it's clear that in today's world, even the smallest misstep can become a major talking point. For Joe and Kendra Duggar, this may be just another chapter in their ongoing journey of navigating fame, family, and public opinion. But for many, it serves as a reminder of how quickly a seemingly innocent moment can escalate